and other places at the same time. Okay. So, hello again. And we're going to talk about what happens if you don't have a plan. So, we're going to talk about trust and IUL for legacy and survival. So, today's live is for the people who've seen families destroyed after a funeral. I'm talking about siblings fighting, homes lost, court dates, IRS letters, and people scrambling to survive. Drop a broken heart if that hits home. Because I know you've seen the post of a lot of people that you don't know on the GoFundMe funerals. GoFundMe this and GoFundMe that. So I am Marimer Cruz. I'm licensed. Sorry. I am an insurance agent licensed in Texas and Florida, and I help people create financial armor using life insurance and trust so they can die with peace and live with power. Okay. So let me tell you a true story of not having a plan. So let me tell you about my friend's mother, Maria. She worked her whole life, had a house, savings, and a 401k, but no trust, no life insurance. So when she passed, suddenly the government froze her accounts. It took 9 months just to get access to her money. And it cost $7,000 in legal fees to their family members. Now, her daughter's credit is ruined and her son had to drop out of school. Okay, let me tell you another story because, again, there's so many different stories, and you can go to Facebook and read those stories in the GoFundMe page. So let me tell you the real story about how my mother lost both of her parents. This is a horrible story, guys, a very, very horrible story, which is why it compels me to be here. So basically, when my mom was 15 years old, her parents, there was a storm in Puerto Rico, in Lares, and there was a horrible storm. And they had to go and do something, I don't know, while the storm was raging. I think my grandfather had a business, so he had to do something with a business. And when they were passing through to the bridge of the dam, the water basically took them down, and they both died at the same time. So my mom lost, at 15 years old, both of her parents, and there was a family of 8 children left destitute. That's what happened to my mom. Think about that. How horrible. Tell me, what are the odds that a 15-year-old loses both of his parents and 8 children are destitute because of a government error? Because the dam, when they opened the dam, they didn't actually do a warning, hey, we're going to open the dam, and they were just passing at that same time, talking about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Gone. They had to sue the government, and it took years and money that my Aunt Ramona didn't have to be able to win. But again, 2 parents gone unnecessarily. Okay. So let me tell you the story also about one of the people that I know, one of my friends. She had a husband 3 years ago. Well, her husband ended up having cancer. He was not even 50 years old. So they diagnosed him with cancer. He died 3 years ago. When he died, it took 1.5 years for my friend to go through probate, and she lost so much money because she didn't have a trust. Let me tell you the story about this, my son's baby mama's mom that died a month ago. She was 46 years old. She died suddenly, guys. The other grandma on my granddaughter. And basically, it took 3 weeks for the family to collect money in GoFundMe to be able to put her on the ground. So these are just a couple of things. And I don't even have to tell you, because you guys see the news every day, okay? And you can see in Facebook, go to GoFundMe page and see the horrible stuff and how people have to go and scrape for money that they don't have because they didn't leave a plan for their family members. That's the cost of no plan. Not just money, stress, suffering, court dates, trauma. So my question to you guys is, would your family be okay if you pass tomorrow or today? If you die today, would your family be okay? Just put a happy face that they're okay, or put a sad face that they will not be okay. Because we don't know, guys. All we know in this life is that there's two things that are always going to happen: death and taxes. Taxes, we know when they come. Every year at April 15th, we have to pay taxes. But we don't know when is our day. Nobody promises us tomorrow, guys. Nobody promises us tomorrow. Okay? So let's keep talking. So now we're going to talk about why a trust is crucial. Crucial. And I want to talk to you guys that are my crypto brothers and sisters, because a lot of people died. Let me tell you a story about one of my brothers here in TikTok, DJ Angel. He used to work with me. He was a DJ. He was amazing. My Puerto Rican brother. He died suddenly. His wife was destitute. She had to ask money from donations from us. Again, I can give you so many different examples. It's just crazy. But so let me explain what a trust is. A trust is like a private will with instructions and protection. This is who gets what, and nobody's going to court to fight about it. It keeps the house out of probate. It makes sure the money goes to the right hands at the right time. So a trust can block that one irresponsible family member from blowing the money. It can protect a disabled child's benefit. It can avoid stepkids or exes getting involved. Okay? That is what is a trust. That's what a trust does. So drop trust if you know your family will struggle without a plan. Drop the word trust if you know your family will struggle without a plan. I'm waiting for you guys. I try to do this engaging. Because guys, I mean, if you are making content and anywhere in social media, it's really cool when people respond to your content. So, and please, you guys that are here, if you like my content, please subscribe. Okay. Okay, so we got Aliyah DePaul that said trust. Thank you, Aliyah. Okay, so let's keep talking about trust. But now we're going to talk about an IUL, because the trust holds all your assets and it protects them from the tax man. It protects them from Uncle Sam. Because the point is not to make all the money you want, it's to also keep it without giving it to Uncle Sam legally. So let's talk about the IUL and why the rich love it, okay? An IUL is life insurance, but not like your grandpa's. This thing builds tax-free money you can use while you're alive. College, emergencies, retirement, no taxes, no penalties. You know what the rich hate? Taxes. So they use IULs to pass on wealth without the IRS getting a dime. Why do you think the Rockefellers are still rich 150 years later? they use trusts and IULs. So basically, this is like having a Roth IRA, savings account, and life insurance all roll into one, but protected from market crashing. Because the 401k and the retirement accounts do not protect you from any of these mishaps. And on top of that, those retirement accounts, the Uncle Sam is going to tax you. My question to you is this. If you have a 401k or any of these retirement accounts, when is going to be taxes higher, today or in 20 years? Today or in 20 years? Are taxes going to go down every year or are they going to go up every year? Is my question. Logically, Nikki says it, in 20 years. Of course, it's going to keep going up. So the way that you protect your money is to put it in a trust. The trust is the vault. Okay? The trust is, who likes Superman? I love Superman, guys. Superman is one of my favorite heroes. The trust is like your fortress of solitude. Your fortress of solitude that protects all your assets. And nobody knows where the fortress of solitude is but you. Nobody knows what the fortress of solitude has but you and your heirs. That is why I am so passionate about this, guys. Now, under a pillow, that's the worst thing you can do. So now let's talk about how the trust and the IUL work together for legacy planning. So an IUL creates the money, a trust tells it what to do. Together, that's a legacy. Now, let me give you a specific example on how this works monetarily. So you put $200 to $500 a month into your IUL. It grows tax-free over time. Your trust says, if I die, this pays my mortgage, gives my kids money monthly, funds the business, pays off debt, etc. Now, you're not just leaving money, you're leaving a mission. Think about this. Do you have a legacy? Thank you, Aliyah. Aliyah says, I love the way you explain it. Thank you. Boricua. Yeah, claro que sí, papá. So let me bust some myths real quick. You don't need to be rich to do this. And it's not just for old people. And it's not complicated. I walk you through every step. So my question to you is this. What's stopping you from creating a trust or starting an IUL? Drop your excuse and I answer it live. What is it stop for you doing something right now when it comes to the trust and the IUL? And by the way, usually the trust can be from 5K to 12K, especially if you're in California and New York. But the company that I actually partner with is like $3,000-ish for the trust. Yeah, $3,000 for peace of mind for your family members to protect the legacy and the hard-earned work that you've done for years and years. Okay? So anything. Anybody has any excuse on what's stopping you from creating a trust or starting an IUL? Because I would like to answer here, TikTok, because TikTok is a little bit more interactive than the other places that I'm in. What is stopping you from making a trust in IUL? Anybody? Because I'm talking here since nobody's answering me here in living for the money for the moment. Oh my God, that's how a lot of people get caught with their pants down. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Nikki, but that's a great way to end up to have. Nikki, do you have kids? Actually, let me bring some people up. Kenny, I cannot bring you up. You're too Aaliyah, let me just bring Aaliyah. I can't even. Aaliyah, can you unprivate yourself so I can bring you up? Because then I can actually, people can hear over here. Can you come up? Procrastination. Procrastination will again, it will catch you with your pants down. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a sec. I'm TikTok slow. It's okay. I can wait. I just want to talk to you guys here. Actually, I can actually do the same here. If you guys that are looking at me right now want to come here and talk to me, I am going to put a link here. If you click on this link, Facebook people, YouTube people, and X people, you will appear here with me, just so you know, if you're interested in talking to me and asking me some questions respectfully, okay? So that's the link. So if you click on that link, it will bring you up here. Okay? I love doing impromptu things like that. Okay? And guys, keep tapping the screen, tap the screen and share the live. Thank you. It's nice seeing you guys here on TikTok again. I don't miss crypto TikTok. I'm sorry, but I miss TikTok overall. I don't know why my account is private. Well, you're the one that puts it private. If you ask for come up here, I think I can bring you up. Just ask to come up here. And I'm sorry, guys, while we wait here, because you guys are not saying anything. By the way, this is my phone number, 512-387-2748. 512-387-2748 for you guys to talk to me and make an appointment with me. All of it is virtual. Thank you, Edgar. And yo hablo español también. If you guys need any help in español, I also speak Spanish. But okay, can you come up or not? I don't know why it's not letting me invite you. Okay, well, while she figures it out, let's keep talking. Anybody has any questions or anything? And YouTube, Facebook, or X? Anybody has any question? Let's keep talking about what is the process, okay? There's an urgency because we don't know. I mean, unless you know, do you know when you're going to be gone forever? Do you know when you die? Because I don't know when I'm going to die. So you either have it ready or either you're prepared or you get caught with your pants down by death. And that would not be good. Okay? So every day you wait, you risk everything. You don't need another quote. You need a decision. Okay? Heck, I can put the information for the trust because, like I said, I have a partnership with these people, and I'll put the thing. Of course, right now, it only shows it. It only shows the YouTube. The people that are in looking at me here, guys, can you tell me where you're from? Are you in Facebook, YouTube, or X? Facebook, YouTube, or X? I'm trying to see where am I tracking. Please and thank you. But I'll put it on the. I put it under the video later. The trust link, and you can get this trust in any of the 50 states. Puerto Rico doesn't count. Any of the territories don't count. I'm sorry, I can't help you if you're in the territories. Only if you're in CONAS. Okay, so let's keep talking about any questions, guys. Any questions about it? I want to talk to you guys about the Waterfall Method. Okay. Has anybody heard about the Waterfall Method? Yes or no? Have you heard about the Waterfall Method? why are the Rockefellers the people that are, how do they get to be so rich? Do you guys know that? Give me a second, because my puppies are disappearing and I need to put them away because they do bad things. Give me a second. Come back in just a couple of seconds. Boys. Go back. Go back. Sorry, the puppies were destroying the bed. I want to hear this. Okay, so we're going to talk about the waterfall method. And this is how the Rockefellers became who they are, okay? So the Waterfall Method is a family wealth strategy where you create a trust structure. You fund it with life insurance, Index Universal Life, which is the engine, and you set rules so the money flows down generation to generation, never sideways, never wasted. It's called the waterfall because the money flows from you to your kids, then to their kids, and so forth, and on and on and on. Each one catching a portion, using it responsibly, and passing it on. So this is how the Rockefellers use it. And guys, stop the screen and share the live, please, please. Every generation took out an Index Universal Life policy on their kids and grandkids. When someone passed away, the death benefit went into the family trust. The trust never gave lump sums, just distributions for education, housing, business, emergencies. The trust also paid for new IULs on younger generations. So every death equals more money in the trust. Every generation equals protected and funded. Result: no GoFundMe, no drama, no poverty cycles, just compound legacy and strict rules. And I can help you set this up. The partners will take care of the trust part, and I will help you get into the IUL part because I am a life insurance professional. So, does that make sense? Any questions about the waterfall method? That is true legacy. True legacy, guys. True legacy. So let me give you a real example of how this waterfall method works, okay? Let's say that you're Maria Rivera, the first matriarch. For the trust, yes. For the trust, yeah, we can work with you in New York or California. And for the IULs too, I will find somebody in my team that works with New York specifically. But yes, we can help you with the trust and the IULs. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so let me give you the example of the waterfall method with a normal person. Okay, so Maria Rivera is the first matriarch. Basically, you buy an IUL for yourself. You name your trust as the beneficiary. By the way, this trust has to have a name. You cannot have anything that connects that trust to your name, because the first thing that happens when somebody dies is the lawyers and the creditors or anything, they look for your information to see, hey, where are these people holding their assets, to basically just pillage. Yeah. So you name the trust as the beneficiary. The trust says your kids can only use the money for college, buying a house, starting a business, medical expenses, just important stuff. When you pass, the IUL pays out a $500,000 tax-free into the trust. Your trust takes $100K to buy 5 more IULs, 1 for each grandkid. Those IULs grow while they're young. When they pass, millions go back into the trust again. Boom, the waterfall never ends. That's the waterfall method. And it's like, dude, guys, like, there's so many things that I've learned since I became, I was teaching crypto education for years. Since 2021, I've been in the financial space. For 30 years, I've been a business owner. Although a lot of people don't think that I'm 50, but I'm 50 and I'm a grandma. And I never seen anything like this, guys. There's an IUL. Let me just tell you this for my crypto brothers and sisters, because a lot of you guys don't know what is in this side. There's an IUL on steroids. This IUL funds. So let's say, I send a quote to this person. Oh, dang. Didn't we have a meeting today? Oh, shoot. Yeah, I was supposed to meet with this person today. I'll call him later. But basically, it's an IUL on steroids. So it's an IUL that you fund for 5 years. If you fund for 5 years the IUL, you have to be pretty young. You have to be younger than 65 to get in this. You cannot be more than that. So basically, you fund the IUL, a specific sum. Let's say $10,000 per year for 5 years. 10K, 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 10K. Right? That's 50,000. Right? Well, I send the quote to my person. I basically said 50, 50, 50, 50, 50K. So when you fund this IUL, the 50K is actually matched almost 100%. So the bank is going to give him $48,000 match. So it matches every year. On the 6th year, it doubles it. So now they're not going to pay him 48K. They're going to pay him 94K on the 6th to 10th. And then on the 15th year, you paid all that loan, and then you can actually get your money. With a $50,000, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, right? Just only fund it for 5 years. The rest of the time is just going to grow. 1 point something million death benefit from the beginning. That is an IUL for the people that have money. But you don't need that IUL if you don't have enough money to fund an IUL for 5 years. You don't need to do that. But I'm just staying out there for the people that are in crypto here, that I'm talking to my crypto brothers and sisters, that there are so many things that you guys don't know that I want you guys to know, and that is why I'm here. We have another IUL. By the way, this IUL that I told you, that is an IUL in stores, you cannot touch it for 15 years. Cannot. Let's forget about that one. That is for the rich, and we're gonna freeze it, right? There's another IUL that I send quotes all the time, and it has 22 or 30% signing bonus. So I actually send a quote to a client. He put 100,000. He got $22,000 when he signed. Think about that. Where in crypto would you be able to get 22% when you sign in for something? That is the power of life insurance. That is the power of IULs. And when you combine those things with a trust, dang, guys, you got a very powerful combination, because it keeps money in the bloodline and avoids probate and court, prevents reckless spending, replaces every dollar loss, and it grows forever tax-free with IULs. This is why most families fail. There's no trust, There's no IUL. There's lump sum inheritance equal blown in 18 months. No rules, no structure, no plan. Basically, you don't have a plan. Bottom line, give a kid $100K, he might buy a car. Give a kid $100K in a trust, he'll use it to build a future. The Rockefellers didn't just leave money, they left a system. The Waterfall Method is the faucet that never stops dripping wealth into the right hands. So, guys, if you guys don't have any questions, I am going to go. Please, please, please contact me. Again, my phone number is 512-387-2748. 512-387-2748. Guys, the trust takes at least a month to create because you have to write all your assets. And basically, once you pay for the trust, they create the trust and we need to start moving all your stuff in that trust. So if you have a house, we have to send letters to your mortgage person, your mortgage company, so they can move it to the trust. And it's a process. So what I'm saying is, if you're interested in doing the trust process, start today because it's going to take at least 30 days, It depends on you, because if you don't know, because, you know, like I was talking to Mayra the other day, somebody else that I sent her the information. You have to write every bank, car, crypto, whatever it is that you own as an asset, you have to write that, and we have to move it into the trust. And moving these things takes time. Okay. So again, 512-387-2748. Did everybody get my phone number? My website is phoenixsecuritas.com. Let me put this here. I got the banners. phoenixsecuritas.com. Let me write that here. Why do you do the comments anymore? I don't even. Phoenix. And remember, when Murphy knocks, our coverage blocks. And I think I'm going to leave it there. 512-387-2748. 2748 is the last four of my phone. 512-387-2748. So I hope that some of you guys call me so I can send you the information for the trust. I'll put the information from the trust under on the bio here so that people can actually start the process. You click on that link, you fill the information, you pay for the trust. I think it's $3,000 for the trust. Somebody send me a message. Oh, I love you too, bro. I love you too, bro. I am a grandma. So again, just contact me. We can do trust anywhere in any other 50 states, as long as it's 50 states. Is not. And so again, or if you didn't get my phone, just DM me. I'll send you my phone through the DM, but I don't DM anybody first because it's the social media fake accounts. So I see you guys later. This is Crypto Rican Insurance Queen, formerly known as Crypto Rican Queen, bringing the gap between the rich and the poor, coming from the great state of Texas. Cuídense, and I see you luego. Okay, bye.